Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to talk about how to become rich when you were poor, because yes, it is possible. My name is Ariane, I am a business coach, and in spite of having been in a family where money was not really there, I have been able to make a very good living for myself. So in this video I share with you how I did it and the main two things that I changed in my life so you can do the same and become rich even if you were born poor. Woohoo! The first thing that I want to get out of the way right off the bat is that anyone and everyone can be rich and create wealth. It has nothing to do with your education, your level of education, or your background. When my parents met, they were both in conflict with their families. They were not talking to their families. They had zero. They sort of like rebuilt a house together, and we were living in, like, I was a baby, and we were living in this house where there was like literally no wall for the toilet. Hello. And then they sort of like got kicked out of this house, and then they ended up renovating another house that was like half renovated when we were kids because they had so many things to do. We ended up hustling through life with like no money. Yeah, I'm gonna skip a lot of steps, but in the end, all these experiences that we lived created our relationship to money. And it has been the same for you and the same for everyone else. If you have been raised poor, like I have, then your beliefs about money is that money is hard to get. It's not there. You can't afford it. You're not that type of person who has money. And all these beliefs that you have accumulated mainly between the age of 2 and 7 have they are in your subconscious, and they are there everything you do and everything you perceive. If your belief is that you're not good with money, you can't keep money, like you get anxious when you have to check your bank account, or you forget to ask people for money back, because in your subconscious and is in all the belief system that you have created around yourself, you basically don't deserve this money. This money is not for you. Money is not part of you and your life and what is around you. So give me a little whoop whoop if you've heard during your young years, money doesn't go on trees, we can't afford that, we're not that type of people. Yeah, maybe later, for now it's not possible. Or if when you were touching money, then your parents went like, no, let that be. In the comments below if you have been a victim of this. And so the good news, now that you are an adult and you can do things and create things how you want them, you can change your beliefs about money. And this is how you can become rich even if you have been poor. So there is an amazing thing about the mind that you should know, is that it doesn't know if what it perceives and the information it is given are true or not. What you can actually do is that you can decide on the type of information you give your mind, so it actually starts creating beliefs that are the beliefs you want. So how did I change my beliefs about money? I did two things. The first thing that I did was that I took a piece of paper. I love taking pieces of paper, you might have noticed. And I wrote down all the beliefs and the emotions and how money made me feel, basically. And on the other side, like you put a line in the middle, on the other side, I started writing, how can I fix these things? So for example, oh, I feel anxiety when I check my bank account, and then I don't check my bank account, and then I go in negative because I didn't check my bank account, and that creates anxiety, so I don't want to check my bank account. You know the thing? On that, for example, I went like, okay, I have to check my bank account every day. And when I check my bank account, I will create in myself a feeling of joy. I know, it's weird, but it works very well. And once again, because your subconscious doesn't know what is real and what is not, what it does actually is that it just feels a feeling of joy when it sees the bank account. Woohoo! So this list that I had written helped me identify, as I was, living and going around, identify when I would have these old beliefs about money and when I would have these old behaviors. And so each time I had one of these behaviors, I corrected it with what I found to be the right solution. So you can start doing this yourself today. Write down all your beliefs about money and what you feel about money, and on the other side, write down how you want to feel about money. Afterwards, every day, many times a day, each time there is an interaction with money, each time something happens, transform your thought and train your brain into thinking the way you want it to think. The second thing that I did was meditation. I love meditation, and meditation is very useful in life. I actually followed the meditation of someone that I recommend following, who's called MARISA. If you don't know her yet, I'll link her channel here. Because the mind, when you are meditating, is in a way more malleable state. I don't know if that's a proper English word. Then actually it is way more susceptible to change as compared to when you are like walking in the street and you're like, come on, check your bank account and feel joy. So I'm gonna link below a very specific video so you can actually follow the meditation yourself. Go back to the time where all your beliefs about money were created and create new beliefs on that. So do these two things. The habits over and over and over and over again to train your brain to feel better about money and to feel the way you want to feel about money, and this meditation to go like your old beliefs, because they are poop now and they don't serve you anymore. The second thing to do when you want to become rich when you were poor is to leverage and use your natural talents, because you have been given these talents, and MARISA is going to tell you as well, you have been given these talents to monetize them. So you know, there are these things that you're especially good at. You know, the adults when you were kids, they were telling you, oh, you sing so well, or you're so good at this, or you're so caring, or you're so good at helping others. All these things are the talents that you've been given, that you are exceptionally good at naturally. Things that actually, you know, you don't need a university degree to do them. We live in a world where we actually have the power and the opportunity to educate ourselves the way we want, because everything is available online. That's why I really, really believe, and I have experienced it myself, that you don't need a university degree in your field to make a good living and to become rich. So the thing that you need to do is to educate yourself and to develop your talent. And if you're not comfortable identifying them right now, you're a bit like, what could I be doing? I made this video where I run you through a little exercise, very good exercise, on how to identify your skills. And if you know about your skills and you're a bit like, how can I monetize them? I have no idea. I have this other video where I talk about the different ways of making a living of your passion online, which is what I did by becoming a business coach. So whatever makes you light up, whatever makes you dream, you have today the opportunity to learn more, to educate yourself on whatever it is that you like doing. And you have the opportunity to make money online, because with social media, the world, literally the world is open to you. Like, I don't know from where you're watching this video, but I'm French and I shot it in Norway, in English, you know, so everything is possible, okay? So addressing your beliefs about money and doing something you love equals rich. Voila, there you go. So you know what you have to do after watching this video. You take your 2 sheets of paper, one sheet of paper with your beliefs and how to solve them, and the other sheet of paper with your skills and what you would like to do. And here we go. Okay, so I'll see you next week, and I hope you will do your homework in the meantime. Bye bye guys, see you next week.